Can you hear me? Yes? No? Yes? Can you hear me at all? Yeah, okay, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so what is this thing? Oh, silly me. Silly me. I didn't turn this thing on. Okay. Anyway, um so we're talking about somebody who was on my channel today that wrote about Liberia being a failed state in comparison to others, and because of the revamping of Accra. So they compare that to Liberia as a result of that. So I really had to counter this, and pretty much the individual also said that Liberians building in pieces, or like constructing houses, and or contributing in other tangible ways, can really be something that we factor in if the government is not making any impact. Okay, so I will say maybe I agree 0.2% to what was said, because the thing is, when we talk about failed state, okay, by Western standards, majority of those countries are failed states, okay, because then we're looking at unemployment, um, currency depreciation, we're looking at economic instability, up and down, up and down. Um, you are looking at other factors that has to do with competition across international waters. So if really we're talking about that, then also Ghana is a failed state. But you see, we're not. This is not a war between countries. It's good that when people are informed, they say things that make sense. Okay, not just talking things out of one's head. So my main concern with that, obviously defining what a failed state is, I thought the individual obviously missed the point. A lot of countries, if you talk about the most failed states in the whole world, you're talking about Iraq, Somalia, Lebanon, like those countries. That's what a failed state means, right? In a deeper sense. So I kind of took that argument, I just put it aside, okay? And then now coming back to the idea that, Liberians building houses, doing like volunteer work, it doesn't help if the government doesn't intervene. And I really disagree, because the thing is, who controls a democracy? You can't tell me the people don't have much say. We actually do. And this is reflected in where we do our polls, okay? Who we put in power, and how do we control our economy the way we need to control. These are the people acting and making these decisions. So whether we come in group to develop and do X, Y, and Z, we are playing a key role in the country and its forward movement. Now, when it comes to bigger issues, such as security, it's not something that I personally can handle in that sense. So I see, however, even with that, you still need the people to work with, to ensure security within. You can even employ security companies to go to Liberia. If the people are not compliant, it's not gonna work. So you still will be needing the people to work with. That is just the fact. So that was the argument. But I see that people like to talk too much without really knowing certain things. People like to condemn Liberia, so like fast, like, oh my God, that country, that country, without really thinking about other things. So immediately when I responded to his comment, he took it down. I mean, when you come at me with your foolish comment, you better have facts to support your comment. Okay. So I thought that was really interesting, but like the stability discussion and even the failed state discussion is something that I like to have with people one on one to just really get their perspective. It's not something I can write comments because it could go on and on and on for hours. But I just don't have that time. But it's definitely something to discuss. Yes, we need orders, okay? We need systems in place. But who gonna be abiding by the systems? People. So we will need people to do so. The government can do all this stuff all they want, but if people don't comply, right? How you're gonna be like beating like 500,000 people who are deciding not to comply? Like I mean, come on. So there are things that needs to be put in place, and it needs to involve the people in order for any of that to work. And when we say people, we're talking about those who are patriots, because if you don't have the country at heart, this else is not going to work. So, these are some of the factors that we should actually be considering. Uh, so yeah, so I don't know who's up this time of the night, but thanks for actually tuning in here. Um, There's so much more to talk about on this channel. It's so late. It's so late. I had a really good meeting today. I had a good meeting today, and I just decided to come home and not go out. But yeah. So who's watching? Where are you watching from? Are you watching from the U.S., California? Because I know it's 9:32, and it's super early. Well, it's super early on this side of town, and I think like it's late on the East Coast, so you probably should be sleeping, you guys. Unless you're in Liberia or somewhere. I don't even know if you're in Liberia, it's still very early for you to be up watching channel. But thanks for watching. I have some good content coming up though. This following week. Oh hi, oh wow, it's like 12 o'clock. Over there. Thanks for watching my channel. And like I said, I'm in California here, so it's literally like 9 o'clock. I'm going to Liberia very soon. I'm excited. This is actually my first time going when it's raining heavily because I mean I typically go during like the dry season, quote unquote, when it's sunny, but now I'm about to go when it's like raining cat and dog. Okay, but I'm excited to go. This time though, I'm gonna be going to different counties. How many times do I tell you I don't do land Marshall? Anyway. All right, let's get serious here. The thing is, every time I get this Marshall thing, I fall asleep because repeatedly I have said, um, don't buy land in Marshall. And I think I just have to keep saying it because on average, in order for a person to really understand a concept when they're watching a commercial, they have to see it more than 3 times. And perhaps maybe with this Marshall stuff, I need to talk about it more than 20 times. So let's start from there, okay? You see, Marshall's problem actually started, the issue of land now in Marshall actually started before 1975, okay? You see, my mom was very young at that time. She probably never thought about even having me, okay? So my point is, Marcia's issue is an old age issue, okay? It has been going on for years and years and years and years. And so my question to people who want land in Marcia, why do you want to complicate your life? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, when you purchase land in Marshall, you're running into conflict with others. You're constantly going to be in court. Somebody's from 19 or some behind some Catholic church going to come and say that's my land. Another person from down JJ Robert Avenue going to come and say they're going to come and say that's my land, and you're going to be this. Right. Okay. But then there are other areas who that are very good as well, but not like in terms of development. Oh my God, there's somebody that's texting me. I have already sent 11 text messages. Uh, in terms of development, it hasn't really picked up that much yet, but there are areas in close proximity to the airport. But the reason why people want to go to Marshall, there's the beach. 11th message already from one person. Okay, so um there's the beach there, okay? There's close proximity to the airport, okay? And then the development is happening. So I understand why people want Marshall, but then there's the complication of Marshall, like I said. You know, I'm in the construction space, development space. So we've had incidents where we are about to break ground, and then a second, third, fourth, fifth buyer come for one land. One land. Mm. It just puts our project deadline behind, and now poor us gotta go to court with you because one the claim it has to be you're reducing productivity on our end. It's just too much. You know, you don't want to put yourself in that problem. It's a lot. So get away from Marshall. There are far more other nice places that you can buy with and have a peace of mind. Okay, so where are these areas? I'm not selling my community idea to any of you. This is was not the essence of this life. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about my community, but there are places that are about 10 15 minutes away from the airport that you can actually find a reliable piece of property. And so you don't have to be so fixated on Marshall. It's a nice place, but I mean, even Marshall being a nice place, it didn't pop out of thin air. 13 messages now from one person. Oh my God. So, um, Marshall didn't pop out of thin air. The issue with our country in terms of development is this, okay? You see a virgin land. The land is very empty. It's plain. It has a lot of bushes. It has a lot of trees. If if I bought land and you purchase land and I don't build my house, you don't build your house, we're definitely still gonna have a forest. Okay? But what I observe with us, you can have a space that's far away from each other. Let's assume every one of us don't want to live in Monrovia. We have common sense to say, let's move away from Monrovia. This virgin land is there, okay? The land is there, and I come and say, I'll build my house. I guarantee you 100%. I can bet you 50,000 right now. The next like one person I will see that how they'll start building the house there too. The next person that will see your house being built there will say, oh, there's development coming. Then the next person will build. That is the pattern. So when you see a land that the quote unquote so far away, don't mind that. One that's a road and then somebody's trying to build something, it's a wrap. That place is no longer a far away location. Everybody now will start to build. So in essence, development comes about when people are willing to just be the first. Okay, be the first, build your house or whatever it is you're building. The moment you just start, The value of your property will even increase because of that. I've seen this across. 2013, I was buying land all over Robert Street Highway. I was buying here strategically. I told my dad, I said, let's get the land by the river. Let's get the land opposite Christian A. Let's get the land Shuffling Town. Let's get the land closer to Boys Town. So me and my dad were just making points, buying the land at the time. At the time, some of the land was like $400, $600. I was a student, undergrad. I would work, pay my bills, save up, buy land, work, pay my bill, save up, buy land. And so I bought most parts on Riverview Highway. And then I started building. One of my supervisors at the time, Ezekiel, was from Ghana. He was from Ghana. He no longer works for me now. I sent him back. When Ezekiel started building one of my properties, he said, "Oh my God, you're the only one who's building here. Oh my God." And he said, "Actually, Emma, it's gonna take 10 years before development come in this area." And I said, "I know. It's not gonna take 10 years. It's gonna take this one house before development can come in this area." There's a specific area today. If you go there, crowded with houses. So it's funny because last year when I went home, I did a video of the community. Of course, where I live, I don't put it on my channel. I can never put where I live on my channel. My own house, actually, I cannot put it on my channel. So I went to that neighborhood and I took a video. And I said, "Ezekiel, do you remember 3 years ago you told me that there'll be no house on this, like, I'm only gonna be the person living on this side of town?" And he texted and said, "No way, no way." And I said, because the moment a lady from Canada noticed I broke ground, she started her house. And then everyone else started building houses. Okay? And now in that area, go and ask for land price. When they open that mall, I say you start running. And when I say it's far from the road, it's far from the road. But I like my privacy and my solitude. And I'm in fence, of course. But that area, like I said, it was so far to this guy, and nobody wanted to build there. But once that my house was placed on there, the foundation, and then the guys elevated a little bit. The lady from Canada started building. A lady from Jersey started building. Another guy from Jersey started building. And I'm just like, oh. So they were waiting for me to build first, okay? But my point is someone will need to make the change, and someone will need to lead the change. So that's pretty much why certain places now are in high demand. Certain places now, it's high demand. 15 text messages, 1%. Yeah. So let us forget this Marshall conversation that we continue to have. Marshall is not the only place. The sooner we realize that there's a place outside of Monterrey and Margibi, life will become better for all of us. Because the truth of the matter is, even outside of those two areas, even cleaner. Okay, cleaner. I think when people look at these two counties, they're looking at the development index. When you talk about development index, where people are, literacy is a little bit higher, and even job opportunities are there, then you're looking at Monterrey and Mangibi. However, there are other places, like you see Nima County, very progressive county. People are going there. People are establishing businesses there. It's clean. They have 24/7 electricity. So why do we insist on being in Magiri and Montserrat? Some could argue transportation is easy, easy access to X, Y, and Z. But when you look at Nearby County, you look at Grand Bassa, there are roads that head to those places. So I think that we just need to think sometime out of the box when we are looking to land and purchase properties in the country. Um, anyway, so I digress. So yeah, please guys, this whole Marsha thing. When I see Marsha, sometimes I just don't want to respond to the comment. Yeah, there are places. We do construction around Fortis Town. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fortis Town, but they have land around that area, and a lot of construction is happening in that area too. So they have land on that side, and then they also have land. I'm saying now coming from like town, like Painesville side, heading that way. One place that you want to really, really avoid. So there's you. Let me see not go yeah, my people. Yeah, sorry. Um, so there are a couple. There's a place. Um, I'm going blank on my people. Yeah, sorry. Um, there's a place called not Debris More Open. I would think about it. But there's a place before you reach the total gas station coming from town before you get to the airport. So you have Unification Town, some town. I have to remember the name of it. But all that place, so many of you have bought land there, is government property. It is government property. And so they're coming for all their property over there. I just have to remember the town. That whole place, people think in this diaspora that it's a free land that they have sold to them within the last 5 years. You guys, news hit my box last week, and I really checked the whole map, and that land belongs to government. So don't even try it. They are coming for that land. Actually, it's part of that road construction, and all of that land right there, it's owned by government. So yeah, so be careful about how you buy stuff. So, like for this town, like I said, does have like vacant land, and then has the Farmington River. Okay, don't be buying land by the river, Farmington. All that land sold. I come here to give you free information. You still do the wrong thing. So don't buy land on that river bank. Okay, so. And the other thing to do there, they bring the devil outside. Do you want to drive to your house and somebody tell you block the way because they're bringing the devil outside? Some of you just don't listen. So Farmington, after that, but all of you guys who call me about like Farmington River, I don't want to hear about Marshall. I don't want to hear about Farmington River. The land are taken. And secondly, I'm afraid of the devil. Whether you fake devil, you real devil, you doll baby devil, whatever devil you are, I'm afraid. I don't want to have anything to do with devil. We're putting the devil us. Bye, 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 bye. I won't have nothing to do with that land, okay? So anywhere after that Farmington Hotel, where that river is, don't put yourself there. It's not vacant. But now, a lot of you have been rushing to Charlesville. A lot of you. Lots and lots and lots of you. I did my video of I talk about Charlesville and it coming up because the proximity to the airport and the reason why. Oh my God. Honestly, I'm gonna lose my mind when I get another message from one person. Um, I did a video. It's in close proximity to that work, and people now just start rushing to go buy land there, which is good, right? But then it's also not good because most of you guys are not even doing your due diligence. You're just buying, and I'm laughing. Some of you, I'm laughing because you know what? I know most people in that town, and I know the town chief. I know the administrators for most of Charlesville, and I know some people over there that sell land. They are liars. And then I listened to the conversation. Oh, you know, people really been coming here buying land. Oh, they bought the land from this person. I said, interesting. How sure are you that land belonged to that individual who just sold that land? Do you understand that people can take other people's document picture and sell land to you? Most of you are naive. All right, I'm gonna drop my email. Let's see. Sometimes I struggle with this thing. Let's see. Oopsie. Ah. Oh. All right. I guess I would just have to. Oh, okay. It doesn't give me the option on my phone. That's what it is. It's not somewhere that I struggle with it. Okay, it doesn't really give me the phone option to add like a comment. Yeah, that's why. If I was on my laptop, I would be able to do that. You know, you go buy from people who actually don't even own the property. You know, I know a young guy over there. He's building a school. When he first approached me about this, he said, "Oh, you know, Emma, I'll give you land if you help me buy some cement bags." So I said, first of all, the land is not for you. So why are you coming with me to cement? You know, selling me land for a cheap price for cement bags. First of all, if a person who comes to me and say, "Give me cement bags for a piece of land," logically, if I buy you 30 bags of cement, 9 times 30, okay, could be $270 for a piece of land. It doesn't make sense. So automatically, I don't even need to see paper. I know you're lying. That's automatically. So this individual said, "Oh, Emma, since you don't want to help me when I'm my bag of cement, I'm gonna find my own buyer." I said, "Okay." The next thing I hear, I say, "Oh, they got so land. Oh, one lady from America buy it land." I said, "Okay." The same lady called me just last week. "Oh, do you know the people in that town?" "Yes, I know the people in the town." "What's up?" "Oh, this young man sold me land. Oh my God, I can't believe the land don't belong to him. He's building a school." And I'm just like, I wanted to laugh, but I said, let me just listen to this person because, you know, like when people make me laugh, they make me laugh. They just make me laugh. And I just listened and I said, "So what are you doing about it?" "Oh, they say you're going to Grand Bassa." "Oh, so you don't know if the land belonged to him, but you decided to go buy it for cheap. Then now he going to Grand Bassa. So now you and somebody else about to fight. Hey, now what for you? Now what for you? What kind of due diligence did you do? Did you even care to ask the elders in the town if he owned that land? Did you even care? Or you were just okay with cheap land? You know, I was listening to not a scripture, a pastor Miles. He died. He said fast food is cheap because it's fast. Hello? Breaking news. a cheap land does come with a price. So this lady now is in a whole rigmarole every day. She goes to her representative. But the thing about Liberia also, each time you send a representative, you must pay the transportation. So if you were paying transportation $10 per day, the person going back and forth $30. 30 times 4, that's 120 per whole month. Times however many months you're running after, you have lost. It's not good for you. So please think well before you start doing stuff. You get. So you guys, why there's land over there? Be very mindful who you put your trust in. The truth of the fact is, I don't know recently what has been happening, but a lot more Americans have been calling me to buy land. A lot more about buy land in Liberia. So the demand is higher than before. Because of this demand, people are starting to act super weird. They were weird before, but now they're acting super weird. So it's kind of making things tough. So you gotta shine your eyes when you're buying stuff, especially properties. I have a video coming up. It's gonna talk about some of the reasons why you're losing land, how to go about it. I have been buying land in Liberia since 2011. Since 2011, I have not had one court case. And I will not have one court case. Because I know exactly how I go about this whole buying land stuff. When somebody tell me they have land, I just say, thank you. And I put my boots on the ground. Then they do the investigation, and I go do my own investigation. Okay? Before I go buy land, since 2011, not one single person have come to me and tell me that I land. The first thing I do, the moment I get land, I get my land deed, I go probate it, archive it, and the most important thing, I pay taxes. That's the point a lot of you guys miss. Pay your taxes on your land. The video's coming up. You see, this channel I educate. If there are 10 buyers on one property, and I'm the only taxpayer, the court will give me that land. Do you know why? Because I pay my taxes. Do you know what each country wants? Money. Do you know what each government wants? Money. Do you know who abides by it? Taxpayers. So you guys buy land. What is the tax? The tax that you have to pay yearly is even lower than your land value. But many of you are not even investors, so you don't even care to even understand basic math. If you bought a piece of property for $800, for example, and the tax is $50 per year, do your math. Does that even add up with the kind of headache you have if you're someone's going back and forth to court? Does that even add up, or is it equivalent to that $800 you pay for the land? Does it even add up? So, I wonder, why is it laziness that people cannot go to Liberian Revenue Authority to pay their taxes? Or the fact that you think, oh, nobody gonna check, so I'm not really gonna pay the taxes? I'm just puzzled sometimes as to why people do that. And so then you go to court, and the judge says, oh, Emma, oh, you've been a good citizen. And even though this person bought the land 30 years ago, they never paid taxes for 30 years. And you bought your land 2 years ago, you don't pay taxes. So you know what? It's your land. And then you start to cry. Let me tell you, that's a secret. If you don't know today, you're gonna go pay your taxes. Nobody, library at 30 never sent me here to tell you. But it's the fact. Because it happened to 3 people recently that we were about to build their houses and they took the thing to court. And I don't already get when I give people advice, they think, oh, this little girl, actually an old person in a small girl body. But you got to be smart. So you have to pay your taxes. It's just a simple matter of fact thing to do. The next thing is, and this is another troubling part. Some of you buy land, right? And the right thing to do is probate the deed, assuming the deed is true or it's right. Probate the deed and archive the deed. Okay? What you guys do, okay? You buy the land, you take the deed, and don't take it to probate court. That's another income generating department. So if I go probate my deed before you have no merit as a second buyer. Because we are talking about what if scenarios of somebody coming to own or to claim the land. But let's get yourself out of what if scenarios. Prevention is better than cure. So you go and probate your document and hold on to it and pay your taxes. I guarantee you, let me tell you now, I guarantee you your land is safe. So since 2011, every property I own in that country, I will never tell you the number, but every property in that country, I pay taxes. I close my eye and pay my taxes every single year. That's why I don't have issues, and that's why y'all continue to have issues. But I'm just helping you so you don't keep having issues. Okay? What the hell was that? Okay. So, but anyway, the episode is coming so that you guys can actually learn a few things when it comes to buying properties. Another mistake a lot of you guys are making is buying unfinished properties without knowing what's happening. Okay, here's the thing about Mother's Day, okay, you guys. Everybody in this Mother D stuff. Mother D, Mother D, Mother D. Most land sellers will not give you the mother deed. And I think there's a confusion with this whole Mother's Deed thing. A person cannot give you the Mother's Deed because you will make copy and go sell land that is not yours. That's what's happening. That's why when the land seller tell you I can't give you my Mother's Deed, they're protecting themselves, okay, from crime, from criminals. People will take that Mother Deed, make copy, and now go. They think they can go sell to other people. Then there's a conflict starts to come about. So the best thing you can do to sit there physically, read the paper, take a look at it. If you need to have a lawyer there, you guys review it, and that's fine. But people will not be giving you mother deed. People will not, because of this rampant behavior of taking people's pictures and pretending the property is theirs. It doesn't add up. It's not good. So nobody's going to give anybody's Mother's Day. Your best bet is this. I do the old school mentality, okay? Just like advertisement, Jehovah Witness advertisement is much better than even some digital marketing. Is when you see a piece of property, I don't know how many times I should say it, but I'm going to say it again. When you see a piece of property that you like, the archival, it's not that they don't have, it's not, okay, Every legit land seller should have a mother's deed, meaning they are the land has been passed down to what their whoever they left the property with. So that mother deed says, God forbid, my kids, okay, when I die when I'm 115, okay, my kids, I will pass down the all my properties. May God bless that kid because they're gonna be rich. I pass my properties down to my kids because I'm gone. God has taken me to heaven. Then my kids become the administrator of my properties. That deed that I have is the mother's deed. So why will my kid be giving it to like, why? They have to show you the documents, and you guys, that's not actually the most important document. The most important document is the degree of sale. That degree of sale, they need to pay annual taxes. If they don't, it's not credible. Let me just tell you, whether you have the mother deal for 9,000 years, it's still not credible. You have the degree of silver, you have the mother deal, right? That person don't pay taxes, right? But you have mother's deed. They sell you the land. You saw the mother deed. They didn't pay taxes on the degree of sale, annual taxes. You go to the probate court. You probate the land. You go to archive. Archive deny you and say that land doesn't exist. Do you know why it doesn't exist? That person never paid taxes. But you have your mother deed. You have it now, right? It doesn't add. It does. Is a whole. It does not hold much weight. My point. So everybody talk about Mother D. Da, da, da. Mother D is for you to understand the land, who the land actually originally belonged to. That is why many people demand Mother D. That to me is the most insignificant thing on earth. That's what is actually the earth part. But when you're looking at these things, don't prioritize that. You know, there's a new system. What each time a new person is employed in a department, they bring with them different things, different policies, different procedures, different way of doing things. So the new person they put in charge of archive, especially the Monterey County Court area, each landowner must have their receipt that say they pay taxes. They have to renew that document. So somebody are just going to buy expired land document that expires in 1940. They haven't even done any taxes with it. They haven't renewed anything. And da, 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 da. You get mother D. See, I have mother D. Me go buy land, yeah. Wait, 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 wait. You go to the archive. That thing not valid, my dear. I'm sorry. Where you have mother D or not? So educate yourself a little bit. So, my kids will not be giving anybody's mother deed. I pray that kid is high like me. No mother deed will be given to you. So the whole mother deed thing is just I see us as people who just run with information. We don't even read as much. We don't even make inquiries. We just go with things people just say to us. We just run with information. Click, click, click. It's actually really troubling. Hello, Roosevelt. How are you, my dear? It's actually quite disturbing um, to know this. So that's the topic of Mother D. Let's just rest out a little bit. It's important, right? But the same way, when they give you that deed, you can even go to the archive. The problem with the archive, and I have confusion, it's just recently they started to update a little bit. Is people that bought land, let's say 20 years ago, if everything is on paper and that paper wash away, where is the information? You see, but you know, where is the information stored? And that's why, another reason why, when you go to the archive, these documents are okay. Let's apply logic. I'll give you guys an example. You know, I like to illustrate things. So give me a moment. Okay. No. Okay. So I'm giving you guys. I'm just gonna give you guys an example. Okay. So I have these books. Okay. These books right here. Let's assume this is okay. These books right here represent 2 years, and then I have 18 other books. Okay. Imagine there are like the pages here. There are too many pages. Okay. But 18 more added to this make it 20 years. Okay. You guys. What time do you think your $90 that you pay at the archive for archive and probate? What time do you think that person that taking your $90 got to go through your page and this page to go find your 20-year-ago deed? So absolutely not. Okay. So the time this person who you give the $90 to go and check these pages to go find the number, the whole day gone. They don't get a choppy anymore because now they don't check 20 years record. By the time they go to year 2, their fingers tired. So guess what? They come back to you. Oh yeah, that deregister in the archive. Your silly self, you think it makes sense, and you just start to run with the info. So the archive is useless. I'm just being honest, you guys. Come on, exercise details over there. Okay. So my thing is, you go to the archive. The only way, listen to me, the only way you might have valid information in the archive, unless it has been within the last 8 months. Okay, listen to me very carefully. 8 months. And before even the 8 months, my darling, they have to go through piles and piles and piles and piles of information to tell you if anything was registered there. But my dear, if it's years and years ago, tell me, who had time to go load you all that document? I tried it. I experimented. I was working on the Duker Palace project, and I told them I wanted the deed. They couldn't find it. This is a very classified, somewhat document. I decided, okay, how many people do you guys need to look? They said, oh, we need 10 people. I pay more money. Did the 10 people find that land document? No. Even after 1 week, they kept checking. 2 weeks, they kept checking. So you tell me now, you go there for your little 1 day, and you think they're gonna find your information? They're gonna come out and tell you it's in the archive. So whether it's there or not, you don't even know. You're just gonna keep running out and say, oh yeah, the land's good. So when Bio 5 comes out, then you start to cry. Hey, I didn't take my medicine. I'll take it before I sleep. Okay. So that's the problem. I just remember. Take my medicine. Okay. So that is the issue. You see, This thing is an easy fix. This lit. It, I think that um, most departments in our country are easy fix. But let's start with this land problem. It's a department that makes money from the probate court where the judge can sign the documents, and then you take it to archive for it to be registered and the number is placed on it. You're making money, you're generating revenue from these property purchase. You can have a cloud-based system or just computerize and put the information and store the information. Even if you have to pay for it to be encrypted, pay for it. It's just a simple system. Because you know why? If you go in there and type this person's land deed number, it generates, it tells you it's there. But when you have to go to a pile of papers for weeks and weeks until your nails get like your nails are off, it blows my mind. It really blows my mind. So, because of this, they continue to do paper. And departments always pretend like they wonder why there's problem. You know the solution, but you think there's problem. But if departments are not smart, you buyers, you have to be smarter. So don't be wasting your time with this stuff. I don't do archive no more. I don't even check, like I said. You know, I don't waste my time. After that experience, that was an experiment, and it further proves my point. If I can pay somebody $300, $400, $500 to check for documents for me for weeks on end, and they can find it, what make you think your $90 is gonna make them find it? So the best thing will come and tell you, oh my dear, yes, it's there. And then the recent buyer information is now there. And then you and the recent buyer are gonna start writing. It's a sad thing, but at the same time, it's good to educate yourself. The first line of defense is to what? Do Jehovah Witness asking. You see a piece of property, like I said, it's not for you to go run to archive. The archive is useless. It's useless. The first line of defense is to go to people who they don't even think you would know. And most people in towns are elders. They know the secret that was buried in the middle of the sea. Elders. You don't just want to go and ask and say, oh, Uncle John, that land belongs to Mary Mata. No, that's not your business. Your business is to go build rapport. So since most of y'all don't know that when you go to Liberia, you can go sit with people under the tree, take palm one, laugh with them, and care for them. And then you come back next night again and sit with them again. And next time you probably say, oh, I came down, oh, Uncle, I brought you a shirt. And the next time you say, can I take your phone number? Hello, I just got to say hello. Go look quite central. I just called to say hello. Month 3. Oh, Papi, how your family? How's everyone doing? Oh, I just thought about you today. I seen you back at wrestle. You're building rapport. So guess what? After all this, and then you ask, oh, I'm thinking about something, or I want to bring development in the area, but I don't have the space. I was thinking about that land over there. When you can tell me about it, then you listen. But somebody you don't even you're not patient. You're not patient. So you just go buy stuff, and then problem comes, and then you call me as if I'm some type of land authority, or if I'm some type of lawyer to go solve your problem, and I recommend you to the lawyers, then they charge you plenty, then you complain. But this is the secret. With anything you want to do in that country, you know, I have a good friend. She always says, when you want to know information somewhere, pretend like you know nothing. Go there like a dumb person, and you get all the information. And then you can make your informed decision based on the information you've collected. But if you don't do your data gathering, the information gathering, you're going to always fail in these in all these property related issues. You know what? My stove said 921 and it's actually 1021. Okay, my stove is behind. So the report you're building, that bag of rice, that palm wine, that canned juice, that $5 phone card, whatever, you add that up, it's not even equivalent to the peace of mind you will have if you know the right info. It's not. But you guys, you're rush. You know when I was buying land on Raffi Highway? The man, I used to send him, he said, oh, Emma, I need take jacket from America. I said, okay. Where in that country is so cold, you need take jacket, but I'm sending it yet. Oh, Emma, my daughter's, school fee. I said, how much is that, Papi? I send it to you yet. My dad used to say, well, what kind of big ass so? I said, yeah, Dad. These people that need it. It's just what it is, what they need it. And today when my dad went back home in March, and he said, wow, Emma, I'm proud of you for X, Y, and Z you're doing here on this property. When I talked to the man can say that your daughter, she's good though. I said, I got the man where I meant to be, my darling. The thing is, consider the people your landlord. If you are torn in your landlord's flesh, they'll be torn in your flesh. But if you're good, they will even protect your property from anyone trying to even invade your property. So doing these little gestures and things like that doesn't hurt anybody. So these are some of the things you guys have to do. When you see a piece of property, you have to talk to elders in the town. You see, your intuition serves you right. If you see 10 elders and you have conversation, one person sound good, take their number. Sound good, feel good, and take it top notch. Go to young people now. There are levels to this stuff. You talk to the elders, you sense who's good. Then you go to the young people and say, hey, Emmanuel, I talked to Pa John over there. Pa John was just educating me about stuff. What you know about Pa John? The young person says, oh, Pa John, that good man, that Pa John making smoke, that Pa John making drink. Hey, and he's like, never mind. But you're reading people. You're applying psychology to people in order for you to get to where you need to get. And that's exactly how I buy land. Because these people, they know more than you. They live there. You don't live there. They live there. That's their territory. So you play dumb to gain more. And so that exactly what some of you guys need to do. But a lot of y'all don't like to do the groundwork. Y'all see me on camera. I go there and I'm just, touring property, tired, walking around. Some of y'all be like talking about, oh, the guy wearing her skin there. And going places and places. People don't like to do dirty work, and that's what I do when I go home. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do it, you think somebody else will do it for you. Half of the time, Nobody's gonna do it for you. Then you do it yourself. So you just have to build rapport. You have to really build rapport with people. Because these are the people that you will work with for a long, 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 long time. Even now to this day, when I go in place, my landlord name when I pop by the June passing by July, I didn't see that. Hey, what did you know? Oh, what did you're doing good down there at that place. Oh my God, the same people now told me they don't want to even brush. I said, no, no, no. That I don't do. You sell me property, you won't work there, you lie. You can't. It's actually demeaning to do that. So I don't do it. But these people just keep an eye. Why would I give you my property and then you be the one to sell it to someone else again? Now we're just gonna keep that relationship that we have, that I check on you, I give you stuff, and that's it. Not to work on my property. So anyway, so that's my own advice. Okay, all this muddy stuff you guys like to do and talk about, not necessary. You have to connect with people as a human being. And if you do that and people see that you actually care for them, they're able to do things for you than just buying land from them. You'll get more information talking to those that are within than to isolate yourself. So that is actually really important. They say when you go to a room, you act like the woman. Okay? So when you go to these places to buy, you act like the people there. You bring yourself to the level and get things moving. So that's land buying. And then the other aspect is when you are caught up in this land debacle, they tell you they want to relocate you. Some of you are not even smart. When somebody who have lied to you, right? Somebody lied to you. They sold you a false property that does not even belong to them. The same person tells you they want to relocate you. Please make it make sense to me as to why you should trust them. This is one of the mistakes that people make, and I just sit back and I'm so troubled. I said, okay, this person sold land to you, and then you realize they're not actually the main owner, okay? Then because you guys have conflict, and then the person says, oh, I'm gonna relocate you, and then you agree. I wonder, and I said to myself, well, do you know where you're being relocated to, if it's even for them? And I've seen so many people make this mistake. Oh, they're relocating me. They're gonna give me two lots more, and that's okay. But in that process, do you even care to know even the land they're relocating on, if it's even for them? Have you thought about it? It's troubling to me actually. Instead of you trying to resolve this issue that they sold you this land that they sold to somebody else, you now want to be relocated by the same person. So you're what exactly you're doing to that? You're supporting their behavior. But if you allow the problem to be resolved and, on mutual terms, you might even want to 2% consider relocation. But I think the fear oftentimes is the person don't have money to pay me, so then they just relocate me. The problem with that is that person don't own the land they're relocating you to. Then you get yourself in another hot mess. The mess now becomes even more harder than the first mess Because not that you're going to lose your first land, you're going to lose the second, and you're going to go to court again, pay court fees, and you are going to be losing all over again. Let us not do that. The first thing when somebody wants to relocate you, tell them to resolve the current issue. Tell them you want your money back. Bluff. I mean, who just bluff? Come on. Don't make life easier for some people. Okay? Tell them you want your money back or you're going to court. The least thing a land seller don't want to hear in that country is court. We're going to court, my man. Finish. This is not arguing stuff. We're going to court. Oh, don't go to court. I'll relocate you. No, no, no. First of all, you lied to me. The first way, I don't agree with it. We're going to court. Oh, and then they start singing all kinds of songs. You don't have time for songs. Tell them you want your money or you go to court. Not even most time. 100% of the time they don't have money. People over there that sell you land like they don't have money to repay you back. Let me just make sure you get to that to your head. They don't have money. So make sure you solve that issue. And then you consider it 2% to take that land from them. Assuming you guys talk about it mutually and mutual understanding has been established, then get a lawyer involved, which is also another complicated process because the lawyer then work in cahoots. I'm talking about lawyers that don't work within law firms, okay? There's only one law firm in Liberia I trust. That's it. I don't care wherever else the other lawyer come from. There's only one, and those are my lawyers that I work with, and that's it. Lawyers over there, they work in cahoots. So you think you're gonna hire a lawyer? The lawyer know their friend, so they're gonna get together and chat you, and your kids will go blank. The next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna find another lawyer who know it, and then it just go in circles. So you need to be smart. You need to be smart to ensure that you take the case to court. You people don't like to hear court, but you need to hear court. You can represent yourself. Maybe you don't get Sharma like me, but let's assume you have Sharma. Go to the court, take your document. You don't know how to speak to judge. You don't know how to represent yourself. You can represent yourself. This thing, you come from abroad, you should be very savvy to represent yourself. You can speak quote unquote the judge said. The judge will hear it. As long as you have all your documents, you have your tax receipts. Why you need a lawyer for? I'm confused. You can go and represent yourself. Because, let me tell you, like I said, you're just gonna do rigmarole with lawyers and you're gonna spend a lot of money. At the end of the day, if that lawyer and the other lawyer friend they are combined and client B give that lawyer a lot of money, those two lawyers will share it and you're gonna lose. So let us just be a little smart. You take the case to court and represent yourself. Okay, honorable judge, I'm Emma. I'm gonna represent myself. I have my documents. Please just be quiet. And then you present your case. My land was purchased from X, Y, and Z person. These are my witnesses. These are my documents. We proceed. I'm here because this person here came to claim the land, and that's my land I bought from. These are my receipt. Blah blah blah. Honorable judge will ask you to give those documents. They will review the documents, and they will tell the other person to bring theirs. They bring theirs, it's matching. The judge would then say, okay, these are the factors that will make sure and will ensure that the land belongs to a X, Y, and Z person. But it's something you can do yourself. Sometimes you just don't need those people. So you go to the court, you take this person to court. Listen to me well. Take this person to court. They are a federal court, and the court will even do you more diligence than anyone else lawyer. Okay, any lawyer, for example. represent yourself. So you go to court, and whatever the outcome would be, the judge will ask. If you presented everything that I've listed here, your tax document, your document register and everything's good, legit, and you must know that it's legit. Because if you're not probate your deed, you won't go arguing for the judge they say you don't make no sense. Not in those terms, but you don't make no sense. Literally. And then when you guys come to that conclusion, let's say you've lost, okay? Then the humble judge now, because the humble judge knows you've spent your money and you've lost, will ask the fake seller, or whoever the seller is, what can it do for you? And you can say, I want my money. Listen to me well. The first thing you must say is you want your money. If you say, I want my land, that's a business. Make sure that money become much of a priority. You already know the person don't have the money. Samuel, my friend. My phone is telling me that it's going to die soon. Okay. Telling you want money. Okay. If you ask for your money, it's gonna push that person to actually surrender. That fake seller to actually surrender, talk about other things, and okay, so then they will surrender to talk about other things, and they will tell the judge, oh, I have property, I can relocate them. Tell the judge, say, no, you don't agree. Then, the reason why you tell the judge you don't agree is this. Because you're setting principles. Not so much so that you know the person don't have money. That's it, just common sense. The person don't have money to give you. But you are setting principles so the person don't keep doing this behavior. That's why you're doing it. Thank you, my dear. This person can't keep going on like this. Can't keep lying to others. Tell them, I need my money. And then judge, make sure this person pay for it. Because they are lying to Liberian citizens and those that are trying to develop the country, those that are trying to pay taxes in this country. When they hear taxes, listen to me carefully. Oh. It's hot fire. And you say all these things, okay? Sometimes you just gotta make it in life. You say all these things, now that person is in much trouble. Yes, because they let them go. They let them go. Most people don't press charges. Most people don't follow through on their cases. Most people just don't. They don't. And I know one guy in Marshall. You might know he sell land to thousands, not even thousands. Actually, I'm exaggerating the numbers. He sold land to many people. You know, you can tell me. They want to buy. They can only take me and they bring me back. I said, you don't mean that we are matched yet. So I look at him and I said, you want lie to me about land business, but the good thing I don't buy stuff in my show, so at least me he not on that boat. But make sure the judge understands you are not only there for this land, you are there because you don't want the person to do it again. And then after, anyway, you guys will come to some kind of conclusion, and then they will tell you they want to relocate you. The only reason why you might want to accept the relocation, like I said, 2%, you're considering the only 2%. Oh, sorry, I don't give my number to anybody here. If you make inquiries via email and we talk and it's about investment questions, about LIV and those things, and we talk via email, chat actually, email, and the vibe is cool. Then I will share my number because you see me here. I have such a busy schedule. People text me for random things. Recently, somebody coming from Canada, and I kid you not, he said, "Oh, I just need some information." So I talk, and I'm just like, this is not even information that's, huh? So I just wasted 10 minutes of my time for you to ask me when I started investing in Liberia. Oh God. Okay, so that's why I can get my number like that. Um, and then 2%, you tell the judge. Well, then the person will talk about relocation, and then you say, you know, I bought this property because I believe this person was honest, and I want to develop my country, and I'm a tax-paying citizen here, and it is only fair for people to support what we are trying to do to develop our country, to be here, love for country, X, Y, and Z, and da da da. I just want to make sure I'm not just trying to relocate anything. I want to get what I pay for in all fairness. Just say that. Again, we are all bluffing. Okay? And then after all of this now, then they will tell you they'll relocate you. Don't agree fast. I don't want to relocate because again it's the matter of principle, and this stuff is not right. You can't sell land to me and sell land to the other person. Be smart. And then at the end of it, you say, you know, let me see your information. Let me see the proof that this land you relocated me to is yours. You get the proof, and then you say, Honorable Judge, since this is, let's come back and do follow, or let me do my due diligence to make sure the lands for this person, blah blah blah. You take your time. You decide whatever you want to do, but before you do that, make sure you know where the person live, where the person people live, because they go run away to some grandma, so you not find them. That business. So you do all your due diligence, return, whatever, and then now this is when you have to put your suit on and say, I bought 2 lots, and now it pains me. It pains me to get relocated. This is not the purpose. This is not the purpose. You see how bad my acting is? But trust me, when it comes to very serious situation, I don't even talk like this. We're very serious business here. And then you tell them, even though I bought 2 lots, I'm being relocated, not at my will, but based on fraudulent behavior and this man trying to make me not to develop within my country, I need 1.5 acres. That's it. That would help me to calm myself and to understand whatever your logic is, apply it. 9 out of 10 times, they'll give you that land. For all that suffering, that acre for all that suffering. So, you get my drift. That's what you have to do. And when they relocate you, listen to me again, because I know you guys made the same mistake. They relocate you, you still leave the land there, and somebody else will come for it. Oh my God, that's been fucking really frustrated me. They relocate you, and you have kept the land down there again for another 3 years. I still don't understand. It's so troubling, actually. Don't do it. The moment they relocate you, you need to start putting your fence. When I talk about fence, you can do 4 feet. 4 feet. Or even elbow. You do that elbow fence, spacing, the bigger ones, and then you plant pillows all around it. Somebody, you don't like to sacrifice money. How do you receive if your hands are so tight? You need to protect your property. Just close your God-given eyes and put pillows over the thing. Or even start, the money you would take to put pillows, you could do bricks and have people fence the place. So let us not make mistakes like that. All right, you guys, I need to take my vitamins and my medicine because I have a hiking trip early morning, so I have to get up now and up this thing. Um. So, oh, farmland, yeah. Farmland is another one. Cream pasta. You see, when it comes to repetition, when it comes to consistency across behavior patterns, Grand Bassa has a terrible behavior patterns. Okay, um, if I'm not mistaken, people from that region, in terms of land sellers, they own the most land space. If you check parts of Maserado to all the way Mangiwi, Bassa people own those lands. Okay, and also because Bassa is very close proximity to Lower Mangiwi, so people just run there. And the reason for this reference, because they own the land in that in the areas I've listed. These are the people who of course own those land, so they tend to just go to their immediate hometown, which is Grand Bassa. But when it comes to farmland, there's a couple of things you must do. You need to plant tall pillars, okay? Pillars. Farmland, because it's so big, if you don't do that, and let's say you clear and then it rain and it cover up, you have to resurvey because then you won't know the point. But if you plant pillow like after maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet, you try to fence the whole thing. You can do like skinny pillars because I know those are expensive. You do like tall ones about maybe 8 to 10 feet, and that's very tall. It could cost four of those could cost you 120 US. So you want to do like 5 feet and then around it. If you're getting like 50 acres of land, for example, the one I recently got for my farm, you can surely do like bamboo trees, like you're saying, but still have pillars so that you can do bamboo and around it. But the secret of farmland is just to have the same people around it to keep maintaining, brushing your place. Pay them though, because the thing is, if you pay them to brush, they will see it as their job. Is that they're maintaining your land. But if you tell my people, uh, you know, uh, yeah, just thank you for brushing. Once in a while, I give you a back rest. They'll say, look at that mumu here. You think people are gonna be brushing for you, and you just get them back rest? Nathan is I will say your land for you. So, anyway, that's the story, you guys. I think my phone is dying. Um, so you guys have to actually now get off my life. You guys have any more questions before I get myself ready for bed before my hiking trip in the morning? I'm hosting my third hiking trip with a group of people, so I'm excited. After that, we're gonna have lunch, and so I'm very excited. Anyway, um, if you guys have anything else to talk about, I think this is good information. And let me tell you, I've said it all on this channel. The best thing to do, all the things I've said, go and counter check. Go and counter check. Experience is the best teacher. I'm telling you now. Okay, and all these scenarios, I have experienced it. Not me personally, but those that I've worked with. So that is the reason why I'm educating you so that we don't. The reason I continue to educate you is not so much because I have free time, because to be quite honest with you, I'm just taking this night off from work, doing stuff, because tomorrow is when I plan to go out. But the goal is to help encourage Liberians. And if so, people are suffering in this regard of properties and all that stuff, they'll be discouraged to continue to do stuff home. And so my goal here is to just give you that info to share with you, so you can have a reference point to see, okay, how you can navigate when you plan to go to the country, or perhaps when you're already in the country, and so it can help you. Look, if you guys, 9 out of 10 times, if you reach out to me for information, even if I'm not on ground, I will tell you the truth today. I have a solid team on ground, very solid team on ground. Any information you need, you shall find. So just reach out to me. I would, if like I said, if I'm not on ground, I guarantee you, everyone I was saying to, you will get what you need. Everyone, solid team, and I pay them, so they don't do free work. So let us continue to network. Network, converse with others who go back home, or who've done things there, who've had failures. Because you know what? I keep telling people, the amount of time I have failed in that country, if I wasn't consistent, persistent, I'll probably never go to Liberia again. If I wasn't. But you see, when you have a bigger vision, you kind of get over the barriers rather too quickly and readjust yourself, because the vision is a little bigger than the barriers that are in front of you. And so that motivates me a lot to continue to modify, rectify, work countless hours and hours and hours. If I tell you, every Friday I train my staff, whether it's sensitivity training, whether it's report writing, whether it's customer service, I do it because you know what? At the end of the day, my vision it's big, it's big, it's big. But just so you don't give up, so that I give you this info, so that you continue to dig deeper, to be your own critical thinker. Now this person said this is that. It's like you can gather from me here. It's like go on the website, you read, even though some of them are outdated websites. But even if it's outdated, there's some information that you might see, okay, that makes sense, and put your pieces together and move. But just don't take information that somebody said, this is my lane, stop buying. No. Don't do it. And so this information is meant to encourage you, to have you well informed, and just to make decisions, not like in a hurry, but more strategically, and to think accordingly when you're trying to invest in our country. So that is the essence of my very long, off tangent talk. All right, you guys. Okay, any other question? Any other thing to add? 7 more minutes to 11. Oh, I'm so dramatic tonight, and I haven't even had a glass of wine, you guys. Can you believe that? So yes. I have to go, you guys. Oh my God, my grandmother built a beautiful house in Caldwell. So she called me today on video. She said, Jide, my name is Jide, by the way. You guys who want to know, I'm a crew girl. And so my name is Jide. So she says, Jide, I'm calling you because I want you to see that my grandma just went back to Liberia, actually, from Sacramento. She was visiting. And she said, Jide, my house is done. So I said, oh, she said, Jide, but thank you for the potty work. Oh, the house shiny. The paint is nice. Oh, Jide. So I said, Grandma, let me see. So my grandma showed me the house. It's so beautiful, but listen, oh my. You see it? My grandma, she's such a lovely person, and she's my favorite person in life. And it's funny because when she was building the house, my grandma has about 16 grandchildren, 18 grandchildren. I'm the favorite, I'm the oldest. So she actually assigned role to each person when it comes to the house. She said, Jide, you will be You'll be in charge of the finishing. I said, oh my God, Oma, that's the most expensive part. Okay. So anyway, so when she showed it to me today, I said, I know what. At least we invested well, you know. And she's lucky in that regard because somebody, of course, I took over the painting, the putty work, and all that, and then my aunt took over like the plumbing, and so we were all able to help put the house together. But like, I look at it and I'm like, wow, just to think that my grandma sent her money to her own son. He ate it the first time. And to think she's still really carrying on with this project. It's a good thing. But her own son, he ate her money. That should have been something she said, I'm done. I'm done even trying to build anything. But you see, you have to re-strategize. That's the point. Instead of giving the project to her son that is actually a builder who used to build in Ghana, good homes in Ghana, you're gonna like build and go eat his mom's money. She had to say, you know what? I can't work with my family. And I keep talking about this on this channel, but y'all don't want to listen. She said, I can't work with my family. I can't work with my kids. It hurt her, but we had to work with outsiders on that house. Too many things in life, bro, make you want to give up. But you shouldn't if you have the vision. And today, my grandma in her beautiful house. Beautiful, beautiful house. I said, oh, HB. When I go, I can't wait to stay at your house. Oh my, just for one day. When I go to my house. But these are stories of some of you. You send money and people eat it and you don't see what you need and you give up and you cry and rightfully so, you should cry and you want to give up. But then you have an end goal of just having this development. You just have to re-strategize. That's just what it is. You maybe your re-strategizing effort could be, you know what? I'm gonna ask my job for 2 weeks out of the whole year to go home. Even if it's a break that I put down, I'll put it down, turn my back, take another whole year, go back, put it to elevation, take another whole year. Whatever you need to do, just re-strategize. Just re-strategize. That's really what you need because I'm gonna tell you today, the people with fresh pay you even want to have gray hair, but you can't be deterred. So you guys have a pleasant night. I need to get myself ready to go to bed so I can be ready for this morning hike. And you guys take care. Be blessed. Thanks for always supporting this channel. And as always, we move. We move. Okay. Peace out, you guys. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.